How y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's been a while since we had a daily O'Shea show. Had a lot of uncertainty with the college football season. With the Big Ten and the Pac-12 opting out, the Big Ten decided to opt back in. The Pac-12 soft. They don't want to play. Shout out to Jamar Chase. Shout out to Tyler Shelvin. They decided to opt out. They're great players. They're going to be great pros. They helped LSU win a national championship. But LSU is still a team of destiny. Now that everything is all sorted out, the season starts on Friday for the SEC. We've seen football be played on the college and pro level. We don't know what's up with Notre Dame. I personally think Notre Dame just don't want to play that ACC schedule. You know, they want to still have things the way they want to have it. 13 players, and they're choosing just to postpone the game, but whatever. It's none of my business. I know this. I know that coming this Saturday, the coming out party begins. I know that LSU has the best quarterback in the SEC. You can't name another quarterback that's gonna be better than Miles Brennan. You know, they talking so big about Florida. Florida this, Florida that, and of course they just throwing Alabama right back in the mix. As if Alabama didn't lose Tua. They just think Alabama gonna be the same. You know, as if Alabama didn't lose their strength and conditioning coach, who was the most important coach for this time. The pandemic, the lockdown, who was working out the hardest. Y'all about to see. Along with the best quarterback in the SEC, LSU has 3 of the best running backs in the SEC. The only team that comes close would, of course, be Alabama. We'll give them props. We'll give them credit where credit is due. We'll be realistic. They got 3 good running backs, but I believe LSU has 3 better running backs. They have 2 very physical, hard-running running backs that are starving. They're famished. And then they got John Emery, the electrifying running back. It's pick your poison. You either going to get ran through or you going to get ran past. Jamar Chase is gone. I mean, it's crazy. This starting wide receiver core still features 3 5-stars. Terrace Marshall was a 5-star. Terrace Marshall is going to win the Biletnikoff Award this year. It's going to be between him and Devontae Smith. I don't think Devontae Smith is better than Terrace Marshall. Terrace Marshall is bigger. He's taller. He's just as fast, if not faster. Racing McMath is a bully out there. I've been screaming Racing McMath for the longest. Straight out of Ed in the car. There's nothing y'all gonna be able to do with him. You know, Racing McMath about bigger than most team safeties. There's linebackers out there Racing McMath size. If you have 225-pound linebackers, they're in trouble. The Racing McMath is 224. There's nobody in the SEC. There is not one safety nor linebacker that will be able to guard Eric Gilbert. None. LSU has the best tight end in the SEC already. The only one that comes close is Pitts from Florida. And then the newcomer, Kayshon Boutte. You know, but then when you look at how deep they are, when you look at John Trey Kirkland, Trey Palmer, Jeray Jenkins, you know, that offensive line is mean. Liam Shanahan stepped in. He came from Harvard. You know, the center always has to be the most intelligent lineman. You know, and I'm not saying that to say that the other linemen aren't intelligent, but the center just has to make everything click. He has to know all the calls. You know, he's got to make all the calls. He's got to read all the blitzes. He basically aligns everybody. He gets everybody where they need to be mentally and focused on that football field. He's the gel. Liam Shanahan's a veteran. He came to LSU because he wanted to prove that he could play on this level. He got his weight up. He's been dealing with Apu Ika, Glenn Logan, and what's my man's name? He just converted from the offensive line to the D line. Joseph Evans. Joseph Evans in practice. You know, so he's been getting great competition. He's proved that he can take it. Chasing Hines gets to move back to his original position where he's comfortable at guard. Ed Ingram's the other guard. Austin Deculus at right tackle. Dare Rosenthal at left tackle. I'll argue that the only offensive line that will be in conversation with LSU, again, Alabama. You know, I'll probably give the edge to LSU though, as far as talent goes. I mean, Chasing Hines and Dare Rosenthal were heavily recruited by Alabama. Heavily. Dare Rosenthal was once a commit to Alabama to play left tackle. Then we go to the defense. You know, I believe LSU will have. I would have to say LSU is going to have the best defensive line, even without Tyler Shelvin. Apu Ika is a monster. Neil Farrell came back. Glenn Logan's a 300-pounder with experience. Glenn Logan and Neil Farrell, both seniors. Ali Gay was the number 2 defensive end in the junior college ranks. He stepped right in for the defensive end. Trevez Moore has been at LSU for 3 years as a transfer. Andre Anthony is the other defensive end. There's a lot of talk about B.J. Ojolari being a very freakish, athletic defensive end coming in as a freshman. So that front is just going to let loose. The 4-3 defense going to be aggressive. The linebacking core, there's been a lot of talk about how Jabril Cox stepped in and right away has established himself as one of the best players on the team. He's going to be one of the best linebackers in the country. Damon Clark is right next to him. Damon Clark got number 18. He's ready. Him and Chris Curry both deserve number 18. Damon Clark, I've been hearing Ed Orgeron talk about Damon Clark since he stepped on campus as a freshman at linebacker. He was raving about how Damon Clark was, making plays in practice. How he was impressed with Damon Clark. All Damon Clark has done has waited. He got a little action last year. Damon Clark is a thumper. And Micah Baskerville came in with Damon Clark. He got a little playing time as a freshman. He's the other linebacker. Great player. These guys are not young guys. These guys are all juniors. Jabril Cox is a graduate transfer. So these are guys that y'all just don't know about, that y'all about to find out about. The ugly way, the secondary. I didn't even complete when I was doing the season preview. I didn't even get to complete. I left the secondary out of it. Kerry Vincent had opted out. But now we can talk about the secondary. We already know one side of the field is shut down. We don't even need to discuss that. We already know Derek Sinley shutting down anybody you put in front of him. He can't wait to get his hands on Devontae Smith, but 1 week at a time. As far as the safeties go, I know Ty Harris should get some playing time, but I really think Maurice Hampton going to end up taking the starting job. Shout out to Ty Harris. He's worked hard. Maurice Hampton is a freak, though. He's big. All 3 of them are going to be great. Jacoby Stevens gets number 7. Well deserving. Cordell Flotz, the other corner. Elias Ricks has been making plays in camp. Elias Ricks is a tall, lanky corner. He was the number 1 corner in the country last year. So they got Dwight McLaughlin, Roy Darius Jones. Jay Ward's a little banged up. You got Darren Evans. I forget his last name, but they got a guy from Nicholls State, was an all-conference player at that level. Great DB. He's going to make a lot of plays. He's going to step in because they got a little thin. And he's going to be ready. He's 6'3". And it's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great season. It all starts Saturday, 2:30 against Mississippi State. 25% of the fans will be in there, so it's about 25,000 people. They'll be the loudest 25,000 people out of any stadium. It's going to go down. Everybody get your popcorn ready. I'm ready to see it. I can't wait to see it. I know it's about to happen. I've been saying it. It's ring season part 2, and it starts now. I hear a lot of trash talking. It's a lot of trash talking. I can't wait. I can't wait. Y'all be blessed. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Some of y'all gonna look suspect this weekend, particularly Auburn. They gonna look suspect against Kentucky. Florida gonna look suspect against Ole Miss. You know, so yeah, LSU gonna come out ready. Y'all about to find out this team is better than last year's team. It's a lot more talented. It's gonna be aggressive. Defense is gonna be better. The running game is gonna be better. And you know, we'll see what y'all can do with Miles Brennan. Miles Brennan is gonna throw for over 3,000 yards in these 10 games, and it's gonna be easy. He might get 4. He might have 1,000 yards before we play Florida. Just in the first 3 games, he might already have 1,000. You know, but y'all take it easy. Y'all have a good weekend.